What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here at DataDash, and today is July 21st of 2018. Well, folks, today I want to spend a decent amount of time talking about a few different things that have been on my mind as of recent. Just really spend some time to talk with you all one-on-one, and kind of spending some time away from all of the noise and the hype and the price action and the new projects coming in the space. And talk about a few different things, and also seeing as I can't really talk with you all one-on-one outside of this video, to get some feedback from you guys in the comments and when you reach out to me, because there's been a lot of different things on my mind as of recent, some very good and some things that I've been questioning and thinking about, and I'd really love to get your feedback on. So the first thing is something that's obviously very positive. About a week ago, and I meant to do a video on this, I've just been busy at this conference I'm at currently, and you can probably tell my voice is a little bit raspy. About a week ago, we passed on the 1-year anniversary of the DataDash channel. It's really only been 1 year, and at the same time, it feels like it's been a very long time as well, but I think it's because of the fact that it's been a huge change in my life. About last July, I started a YouTube channel without the intention of it being a cryptocurrency YouTube channel, and I realized that early on I was getting traction on the channel, and it's continued to grow and grow and grow, and we've built this awesome ecosystem. People who help one another, have taught one another not only things like trading, but also understanding the fundamentals of blockchain and cryptocurrencies and the real power that comes in this market. And I really was excited to see that, because when I was around 1,000 to 5,000 subscribers, when it was just getting started out back in like July and August, things were very small at the time. It was really exciting to see that my kind of goal of building a community around this channel really did foster. And boy, I mean, it's been an exciting ride, guys. It's been extremely, extremely exciting. And I want to continue doing it. I'm not, don't worry, this isn't DataDash leaving crypto or anything like that. But I want to spend some time to talk to you guys again and just really say thank you. It's been a massive change in my life. I've used YouTube for about 11 years. For those of you, some of you might have heard me talk about this before. I'm pretty transparent about my past and everything, but I've used YouTube for about 11 years, and nothing really ever took off. And the last thing I would have guessed is that people would want to hear me talk about cryptocurrencies or markets or anything of the sort. So I appreciate you guys for proving me wrong to a certain degree. It's been an extraordinary journey, and I've been very humbled by it. So anyways, putting that off without rambling too much and kissing up to you all too much. You guys know I love you, and I really do appreciate it, and I'm glad you love the snap. Anyways, going on here, I want to talk about a few different things and answer some of the comments and concerns that I've heard in the community recently. Many people have been worried about the state of the market, and again, guys, we've been talking about this on the channel a lot. That's our major focus here, is really focusing on the market of things, because as someone who's done trend analysis, as someone who has 7 years of experience trading stocks, bonds, ETFs, I definitely love analyzing emerging markets. It's fun. It's cool to see trends growing and everything, and kind of being the contrarian, spotting things early. And yeah, it's been an extraordinary journey, and I think the crypto markets still have a long way to go. You guys have probably heard that in my daily updates, and I mean every word that I say on my channel. So in that sense, I hope that provides a sense of comfort, because I don't want to spend too much time talking about the market here. I want to spend some time talking about the current state of cryptocurrencies and the blockchain ecosystem, and a little bit about the ICO space and all these other kind of things that have, to be fair, kind of knocked a little bit of my energy down on the space at the moment. I'm in no way upset, or I'm not in an unclear mental state, but I just honestly, I've been feeling a little less energetic in the cryptocurrency space. You guys have probably noticed not only how I've been traveling as of recent, but I've been producing a little bit less content on the channel. Most of that has been traveling, but some of that as well has just been the fact that, one, there's less things to talk about in the cryptocurrency space, and I've also felt a little bit less motivated. And it's not so much on views and things like that. You guys know I don't really care about money. Money's nice to a certain degree, so I don't care. It's not like, oh, I'm generating less ad revenue. It's more the fact that at this moment in time, there's a lot of dirty business in the cryptocurrency space, and I'm not going to turn an eye to negative behavior just because it's in a market that I like. Now, I'm not going to name names, and I'm not going to, point fingers in any way, because it's pretty broad in the cryptocurrency space. But it just seems like the mentality in this space. We obviously know that a lot of people are in crypto for money and for short-term gain, and don't really care, even to a degree, about what this market really means and the technology and what it can change. That's fine to care about money, but what I've noticed in this space, and I'll try to keep it brief without being, rambling on for too long or being too vague. There's just a lot of really corrupt things going on in the ICO space, going on in the exchange space as well. And because of this, I've been really kind of turned off by this market, not only because the markets have slowed down a little bit, but it's really been the fact that as markets have slowed down, people have gotten very greedy and very pessimistic in a sense on this space. And they've been really only about making short-term gains, even at the expense of other people to a very high degree. And this is something I've seen in the ICO space. Something that I think many people would be shocked to know is that I wasn't very aware of what went on in the pre-sale and ICO space before I, started looking into it about 6 months ago, back in January. Because I was based in the U.S., I didn't really cater too much attention to it. So I finally spent some time to research it. I met some great people, but also some people as well on the bad side. And that's what started to really kind of open my eyes up to things. I had some very kind friends who taught me about this space, who kind of introed me to all these different sects, all the the pools. Again, some of this might sound foreign to you guys, but there's this whole kind of world of ICOs that I think the average retail investor doesn't see. And I was fascinated by it. I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is where you find this is where you find projects early on and everything. And you have all these people doing eager research, and they must really care about the blockchain space. Well, the fact of the matter is you learn very quickly it's mostly about money, and it's a lot of swindlers who have built a very fine system of flipping cryptocurrency projects. There's no better way to put it. It's a flipping game. You get in as early as possible, and you sell it to the greater fool in a sense. And I don't think that's how cryptocurrencies should be, and I don't think that's generally how they are. That's how they are during hype periods, during the Decembers, where I was telling people to not buy cryptocurrency. I said, hey, this is crazy, this is cool, but I remember you can go back and watch my content multiple times of saying, guys, this is not a period to get bullish in a sense. It's too much hype in the market. And the same thing is going with the ICO space. The raises for projects are becoming ridiculous, and the reason people are just tossing money at these projects is not because they believe they're fundamentally worth that they fundamentally believe in the technology. The real case is that basically there's a select few investors that are getting into what's known as the pre-sale of these projects, and they're getting in at the earliest stage. This is very similar to that of traditional markets. When a company goes public, some people get shares in the company before it goes public, so they get it at a nice cheap price. And then obviously in the ICO space, there's the ICO round, which is much more retail investors or more broader investors, and then you have the exchange listing. And with tools like market makers and all kinds of crazy tricks and hype, you can prop up the price of cryptocurrency or some kind of token that's done, gone through an ICO, and it is an opportunity for them after the lockup period expires, which is how long they have to hold their tokens, where they can flip it for a 2 times gain, a 3 times gain, a 5 times gain, a 10 times gain in some cases, and even higher levels than that. And the reason there's lockup periods is it speaks to the fact that people aren't trustworthy. They want to sell these things instantly. And it's a glorified flipping game. That's really what it is. There's no better way to keep it in simple terms and to really tell you guys what it's all about. And that kind of disgusted me because I saw these people, in a sense, I saw myself associating myself with people who were acting on the surface like, oh, this week was this project is so great. This project is so great. And in reality, they turned out to be crap for the most part. They're a bunch of hype. It's a white paper with very minimal code or viable products coming with these ICOs. And they're raising more and more ridiculous levels every single month and every single year. So that's what kind of turned me off. And I saw that, and I saw the kind of corruption that the exchanges and the hedge funds and the pools and the VCs in this space are doing. And it's a pipeline. It's a pipeline where you have hedge funds, pools, venture capital get very, very cheap prices for tokens, whereas the ICO gets it at a higher price. They have to pay a higher premium, and then obviously the exchanges own a higher premium. And in order to get your token listed on the exchange, well, I'm not going to name names, but let's just say that you got to give up 1 or 2% of your entire token supply to said exchange, and they're going to dump it instantly. That's what happens. It's this whole scheme in space of just making money. And that's not what crypto is about to me. Look, money, again, going back to the same point, money is nice, and I think anyone's going to see their purchasing power grow in the cryptocurrency market over the long term. I think for those of us who understand the fundamentals of the space, the tech is there, but it's become very dirty recently, and I don't like that. And I'm not going to hide that from you guys. I just wanted to wait until I could actually talk about it in a way that kind of made sense, to where I was absolutely confident, and that's what it is right now. That's what it is. So anyways, that's why I generally don't talk about projects too much on the channel. If you guys have noticed, ever since Unibright, the project that I'm advising for, I haven't talked about any projects. That was the last real project that I was absolutely fascinated by. I loved the team, and I'm still working with them. They're doing great things. They're building real partnerships. They're actually building real use cases for blockchain. And I see so many protocols and projects. And again, there's a market for speculation. I talked about this in the protocol wars and everything, but it gets old after a while. The formula dries up, you know. So that's why I don't talk about projects. I'm never going to play in the game of selling you all something that I wouldn't put my own money into, period. And I mean that in the most genuine way that I can. Again, whenever I make a mistake, or if I don't feel good on something, guys, I'm going to tell you it. I'm going to be completely transparent with you. And the beauty of why I can do that, or the reason why I can do that, and there's a beauty to this, is that I'm a one-man army. I don't have any higher powers to work under or meet to their standards, in a sense. I don't have any media corporation. I don't have, in a sense, sponsors that I have to attest to. You know, I'm me. I run independent. And I don't care if there's people in the space who don't want me to talk about it. I don't care if there's money at stake. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And I'm going to tell you guys that whenever it's necessary. So, yeah, a little bit of a ramble on there in that one topic. But the next thing I want to spend some time to talk about, and I can explain more about that later on in the future if you guys would like to hear more about it, and for me to be more concise on it. The second thing I want to talk about here is honestly content on the channel as well. I've been kind of stepping away from daily updates. If you probably noticed as of recent, the titles aren't really daily updates. So they're still along the lines of daily updates in a sense, but I've been a little bit scattered on content because if I'm not talking about projects on my channel, which it turns out most people really didn't like me talking about projects, I can tell from my analytics and my views. If I'm not talking about projects and I don't do generally just daily updates, what would people like to see? One thing that I've been meaning to do, it's just better when I'm at home because I have more time to do research and sit down and make more professional content, is videos on the tech of the space. I would love to start talking about it because I have my own ambitions. I want to build things in the space, and I want people to use cryptocurrencies as currency. That's my long-term objective. So if you guys would like me to start talking about some of the tech side, the innovation, some of the controversial matters of scaling and privacy and all these different things, I would love to start talking about it as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you want me to talk about these things? Even with all the bad stuff that's going on in the ICO space, would you like me to still talk about projects, but find the best ones in the space, ones that I'd be willing to invest in, that I'm able to put my money where my mouth is, and I see doing very well over the long term? Let me know down in the comments down below, guys, if you want me to talk about these things. If you'd like me to have other YouTubers on so we can bring out discussions and have more meaningful conversations than what's the next 10xer in the market. You know, I'm kind of tired of that, and I have no doubt it's going to come back. I have no doubt that you're going to see all the people who came in December and left come right back. And it's going to be another hype train, and like I said, with the ETF, you're going to see markets move up. You know, I think you either believe the ETF's coming, or you don't, or you believe some other kind of factor is going to move the markets. Whatever, I don't care. I want to spend some time bringing some substance to this space, because if we don't, it's going to be seen as a laughable industry, I think, over the next few years, and it's going to stifle innovation and adoption if we don't start actually having some real conversation here. So let me know in the comments what you think about all this, guys, what you think about specific points that I brought up, and also anything that's been on your mind as of recent, outside of the things that I talked about. If there's something that's on your mind, something you don't like about the channel, guys, I like taking feedback. I rarely try to ban or remove comments because I don't really see a point in that unless you're just endlessly spamming things. I want to hear feedback, even if it's criticism that I may not agree with. I want you guys to be critical. We're a community here. This is our channel as a community, so let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know what you guys have in your mind, and you know, speak your hearts, guys. It's what I do here on this channel when I speak to you all, and I want you to do the same back, provide the same kind of transparency for me. That's what friends do. So I see you all as my friend, and or my friends in that sense. So anyways, guys, a little bit of a little ramble on rant video. Hope this provided some value to you guys, and I'll be back obviously to normal content production. Happy that we celebrated 1 year for the DataDash channel, and I can't wait to see what we're able to do over the next year as well. So to that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Stay tuned.